to be a politician like me. Yes, look.
Picture. He's so handsome.
Okay. Okay na ba?
This is my great grandson.
Umpisa na kayo.
Yeah, gonna po.
This is a Moroccan.
Oh. Have you been to Morocco, sir?
No, I have not been, but I have a representation of Morocco here.
Oh.
Senator, how does it feel to be running again for the Senate?
To be
For Senator?
To be running again.
to be running again? Well, this time it's a little easier for me because I do not have to attend rallies anymore or wait for a time to talk in a meeting of a group. I went throughout the country alone and moved by myself. Sometimes I get paired with Nancy Binay. And I've never used this media before, social media, radio, TV, and many other things that you can use now technologically. When I started in politics, we never had any cell phone. We had landlines, very inefficient. Now, while I'm traveling, I can answer interviews in the car, anywhere else in the country where there is a cell site.
Ano po yung advantage ninyo? Ano po yung lamang ninyo sa ibang kandidato?
The only thing that I find a little bit different is my physical mobility because of age. No? I'm not as energetic as before, but I can still campaign the whole day on top of a pickup to go around cities and towns and provinces, going through long rides in the heat of the sun.
But what's the secret to your vitality? Because I know that you're because I'm also acquainted with Carlos Sigyon, and I know that Armida's your sister, and she went on before you. I mean, what's your secret to your vitality that you still can walk fine?
I do not know. It's simply that I feel that I can do it, so I just keep going. I think it's all a matter of if you believe in what I believe, what my Creator has given me.
Do you still have wishes po? Do you still have wishes? Wishes? Do you still
Like
have
goals, like travel goals, or
Tawagin mo nga si
Lisette, Ma'am Lisette. Ma'am Lisette. Lisette, ay Ma'am.
that's my problem. My hearing is a little.
He's asking po, what are your...
Do you still have wishes?
yes,
For yourself?
dreams you want to make?
For myself, not much anymore. I eat 3 times a day, not as much as before. The only thing I wish is for a country that is peaceful, stable, and fairly materially rewarded by the maker of this country, not for myself anymore, but for my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren, and all the people of their generation.
Okay. What can we expect once you win the Senate race? What can we expect from you once you win as a senator?
Expectation when you win. Expectation when you win. What do we expect when you win?
Well, my expectation is that I will be able to perform my job as much, if not more, than I did when I was younger as a member of the Senate, and that I can contribute to the solution of some of the nagging problems of the country, especially poverty creation of jobs for the jobless Filipinos, and to solve the problem of law and order in the land, and for probably to help direct the position of the country in relation to our problems with other countries.
So, recently I read about your statement regarding possible civil war, right? So what made you
Statement about
regarding the civil war?
possible civil war. She read the one article, a
Civil
statement
war
of
in the
yours.
country?
Yes,
Well,
you said.
We must avoid that. That's a very, very sad event in any country to happen. We are not immune from it. It depends upon the leaders of this country, how the leaders of this country will manage any problem of disorder in the land. But the eminence of such an event is remote at this time. That is why I am participating in the discussion of this major proposal to amend the Constitution to shift the system of government from presidential to parliamentary, because any revision of the organic law of the country is a potential source of civil discord in the land, which you call civil war if you mismanage it.
How do you appeal for sa mga millennials?
How do you what?
Appeal to the millennials.
To the younger
Voters, to the younger
How do you
voters.
connect or appeal to the young voters, millennials?
I act my age and the way I do things, and I think some of them like it, especially the more intellectually bent members of the so-called millennials. Because in my travels, whether in my home province of Cagayan, in Dalot, in Ilocanja, or in Bicol, in Central Luzon, in Southern Tagalog, in Metro Manila, or in Samar, Leyte, Cebu, Panay, and Mindanao, I relate to the young people very, very well.
I like.
Especially young kids, just like my great-grandson. Yesterday, they were dancing, they were waving at me, they were jumping to shake my hand while I was traveling in the roadways.
Have you tried, like, you said you relate to the young generation very well, right? And the young generation, many of them like K-pop. Do you also,
K-pop.
have you tried listening to K-pop?
Have you tried listening to K-pop? It's Korean. What's K-pop?
Korean
pop.
music.
Korean pop. Yung Korean music, boss. Pang
No, I
millennials.
have not tried that. That I have not tried.
But do you read news online on your devices, on your gadgets?
News online, hindi on your tablet, on your...
How techy are you? Yan.
How techy are you? So do you still read the news
On
your
the news,
phone,
or-
on your iPad, sir?
Or on the newspaper?
I read the news. I watch the news on TV. I go over the papers fast. I just scan the pages, the headlines. I know more or less what is being talked about. Once you get used to these things, it's easy.
I wonder what you do during your leisure time. Do you still do you watch teleseries?
What do you do on your free time, sir?
I read. I don't read light materials. I read the heaviest possible materials that you can find.
Who are your favorite authors?
Huh?
Favorite authors.
None. I read mostly technical books. I read about international politics, domestic politics. I read the history and geography of other major countries, their cultural habits, their way of life, their topography, their geography, their mountains, jungles, and rivers, and deserts, and whatnot.
Who are the top 3 best world leaders for you?
in history.
Ever, yes, ever, because I know you.
I like Genghis Khan, not his rapacity, but his acumen. I like Napoleon, the same thing. I like Otto von Bismarck, the same thing. I like
Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi.
Ataturk of Turkey. Well, Gandhi is known for his pacifism. That is his hallmark.
Given a chance, if you,
He was a man of his time, but as a man of history, I would like. I'm attracted to the, in the case of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was totally illiterate, but he ruled an empire. He built and ruled an empire.
Do you think
And he established a system of government that became a model of other governments afterward. And the same thing with Napoleon, the same thing with Otto von Bismarck, the same thing with Gamal Ataturk.
in relation to that, do you think a diploma is necessary for you to be a good leader in any
Diploma?
capacity? Do you think it's necessary? Because you said
Did the great leaders of the past had a diploma?
no.
None. That's my answer to you. You do not need it. It's innate in the person.
Who do you think is the best president of the Philippines?
They were good in their own areas of expertise, but I know that some of them were lousy presidents. They did not know how to manage the public affairs.
But
if you're
given a chance,
given a chance to choose who artist you want to portray your character,
Who's the artist that you want to portray? Your group, if
Who
ever
is the?
artist, any actor that you want to play?
to play
That is one thing I
as
have not learned. To act.
for your life story.
No,
Sino
yes,
yung actor daw, sir?
I cannot
Sinong actor daw?
kung gagawing
Would you
movie yung
choose?
kung gagawing movie yung
portray.
Would you choose Enrique Gil again?
No one.
no one
I
Not
don't
even
think-
Enrique Gil
I don't
because he
think
played.
anyone can portray my life.
Do you anyone
When
from the
I,
showbiz?
when I went to.
But so were you able to watch because in MMK, which was 6 years ago, Enrique Gil
Portrayed your life.
Yung
Were you
sa,
able to
sir,
watch?
sa, maalaala mo kaya yung 2013?
13.
Well, I was not the one who selected the actor, but he was good. He was.
what can I say about his his act as
His acting. What can you
His
say
acting.
about
True.
as you
What can you say about the actor who played you there?
He was good. He was good.
What
But I was not the one who selected him.
what are the lessons?
Some people produced my life, and I agreed that it was, for them to select the one who will portray my life.
Do you think bringing technology to to like tribes will like well in a way looking for a lighter world, no, obliterate their culture because they might want to like become modern, right? Instead of
Still, the technology bring to the indigenous tribes will affect their culture and their traditions? Or would you recommend?
just letting them be without.
You know, we should try to win all the people of this country into the general culture of the people without prejudice to their keeping their own life, because our purpose is to build one people united and working together as a race to develop a country that God gave them. It must be the product of the collective will of all the people in it.
Quick question, sir. Sorry. What are your thoughts about the second train law?
What are your thoughts on the second trade law? Yung second
I have
trade law.
not read it. I have heard about it, and that's why I want to go to the Senate. I just want to review Train 1 and Train 2. Because, modesty aside, that is the area of academic adventure that I have concentrated on when I took my Master of Laws in Harvard Law School.
What are the lessons that we can learn from your life? What are the lessons that we can learn from your life?
What are the lessons that they can learn from your life?
Well, I do not know. Read my book if you find. And you can probably pick up some of the things that you want in it if there's something there that you want. Because I've written my experiences as a lawyer, my experiences in politics, my experiences as a member of the cabinet, and my beginnings. Early on in my life, I have learned to hold a gun to defend the liberty of the country.
What can you say about the latest survey for
What can you say
Senate?
about
For
the
senators.
latest survey, sir? Election survey.
What is the latest survey?
Pangilan ba si sir?
I do not pay attention.
So you don't pay attention.
I've never relied on surveys in all my life as a politician.
Your message sa
I
life.
go to the people, assess their attitudes towards me myself, and determine whether I have an even chance to succeed or not.
Last on this, sir. I'm late. I just want to ask, if given a chance to sit again in the Senate, what are your plans to improve
My
our
plan?
country?
As I said,
Yeah,
in
sorry.
in the bigger group a while ago, I will concentrate on poverty.
Poverty.
It has been the problem faced by Quezon, by Laurel, by Osmeña, by Rojas, by Quirino, by Saysay, Carlos Garcia, Macapagal, Marcos, Cory, and up to Duterte. And until now, we are still talking about it. What is the problem? What is the cause of it all? I have my own assessment, and I would like to propose it in due time if I make it to the Senate.
Your message to the Filipinos. Yes. Your message to
sir.
the Filipinos.
Last message, sir.
Well, my message is, as a candidate, I would like to appeal to the Filipino people to select the members of the Senate that you will vote for based on skills that you think they should have to become good senators. And if ever you go to the polls on the Monday and you start writing the names of the senators that you would like to go to the Senate, please remember the name of Juan Ponce Enrile, 4 times Senator of the Republic, 24 years, now presenting himself because of many new problems that confront the people. And I think he can contribute a lot in some of the issues and problems affecting the nation and her people today.
Thank you,
And thank you
sir.
po.
Okay na, sir.